started when I was working out west in a logging camp. We were out there kind of in the middle of nowhere with not a whole lot to do in the evenings. So there was lots of chainsaws and lots of logs. So it kind of started there for me. And I would just kind of pluck away at that. And then after a few hundred bears, they didn't look so bad, but it was definitely lots of practice. So yeah, I was doing that for a while, just kind of on the side, and wasn't really selling anything, just doing it for fun. Well, I moved back hoping to start a tree service, and the first week I was here, I had carved a bear just for fun in the driveway, and before I was even done, somebody pulled in and bought it. So I decided to do another one, and the same thing happened, and before I knew it, I didn't have to start a tree service. This is one of my first bears I carved, and it's made out of Western red cedar. And it's scary to think that I thought it was good enough to drive it all the way home from BC, but now, here it sits.
Yeah. When you look at that guy and then you compare him to this, you can see the travel or the road that you've traveled, eh?
Yeah, definitely a bit of a difference anyways. So this is, when I did this one, I didn't even seal them or anything. I just left them raw, so he's pretty grayed now, but yeah, it doesn't really resemble much of a bear. Yeah, these little bears, these little foxes are probably two of my best sellers. So, and then same with these ones laying down in the stumps here as well. I do a lot of these. And the Sasquatch, something different. They've been popular as well. Little foot hanging out at the bottom too.
Nice face on you there, buddy.
Yeah, he looks a little angry. So I would say about 99% of my work is done with a chainsaw. So most of it is gas saw, and then towards the end I'll go to a battery chainsaw, and I can do so much fine detail with the small tool, and with the battery saws they don't vibrate like the gas chainsaws, so you have so much more control as well. But after that, I do use a little bit of Dremel just for putting eyes in an animal or doing some of the finer details. And then afterwards, I also use a chisel as well. And then once everything's all done and dry, I'll use a torch and burn it. And that helps preserve the wood in itself as well. And then we do our stains. I airbrush every piece, and then we do a clear coat as well. So it is a bit of a process, lots of steps involved. And then I just finished up this bear bench here. So this one is 3 different pieces, and there's no screws or anything. It just locks into the log and then sits on top of this piece here.
Like a jigsaw puzzle?
Yeah, pretty much.
Wow.
So it comes apart pretty easy anyways. Just nice and tight. Now it's looking.
Look at that, eh?
Yeah. And then just fits back in there. This was actually the second time I've competed there. It's definitely one of the biggest competitions in the US, so only some of the best are going to that. This year they had carvers from Australia, a couple from Japan, Ireland, Wales, and then the rest from the US. I think I was the only Canadian there. First off, I wanted to do more of a Canadian themed piece. So I thought, what's better than a moose and a loon and a great gray owl? So all 3 of those animals were in my piece. And I was a little nervous if I'd have enough time to do it, because with a moose, doing a bull moose, the antlers are so difficult and big that it definitely takes a lot of time. So I was nervous about that. But then a couple of days into it, I was starting to feel a little bit more relaxed because things were kind of moving along faster than I anticipated. And then the last day, I could take my time painting it, and I was even done, I think, an hour early. So that was a nice feeling. So they're just doing the judging right now.
owl, loon. Moving around.
I was in shock, really, because yeah, I got invited to this thing, but I never had any thoughts on winning it. Anyways, I was just happy to be carving alongside so many incredibly talented carvers. It was amazing having my wife Emily and our 2 boys with us, so it was great to be able to share that moment with them. I have no complaints. It's been so busy, and I'm so honored that I'm able to do this full-time year-round. So yeah, we definitely keep busy, and there's always lots of fun projects that are on the go, something new and exciting all the time. So yeah, I couldn't ask for a better job.